instead of waiting to get your clarification, goes ahead to start hovering around another constituency, Teso North. And you are aware, Waziri, I did come to your office. I wanted to follow the law. Now, delay to act on this brings a gap. And the gap is, Waziri, where these formal institutions fail to act, definitely informal institutions come in, and particularly on Gunism, where maybe a political leader feels insecure in an area. And I'm sure our chair, who is the incoming governor of Narok,
your question upon the
is aware.
Yeah.
When he's threatened, he will want to come with what we call, you rightly called, these are people who will protect. But really, this Gunism has to stop, and we urge you to stop. But we want to ask you, if it is financial, this committee can provide you funds. And if it is non-financial, and I agree with Honorable Kapondi, that there are some things you only need to make a decision and act. Even within our service, National Police Service are trying their best. But I think you have the power.
Okay, you have made your point. I think it's still not much of a question. I don't know. Umi, please, I will urge you, because you all know, everybody wants to speak here. We have not even gone to verse 2. Go to the point, to the question. If it is a comment, we can press it maybe for another time. So Umi, then Karoli, then we will respond.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. My question would be with regards to the report on hotspot in high-risk areas. Dadaab, Lugo, Fafi has been highlighted. And I think maybe, Waziri, you need to realize that this is also a transport issue, because once you are able to tarmac the roads in these areas, IEDs cannot be planted. So roads in these areas is no longer a luxury. It's also a security issue, because it creates a ripple effect. In Hulugo, a teacher was shot inside his home. What happened after that? And until today, we don't have teachers in Hulugo. It's a security issue, but it's also the transport access, because security cannot access these roads without the risk of our officers being blown up. Then we are having families in the office, in the police lineup also losing their loved ones. So it's a ripple effect situation where one thing leads to another. The community suffers lack of education, lack of teachers. On the other hand, the police look at the community as a threat, because there's a mistrust between the two. So I would want you to capture that in this report and see how we can be able to address it. And the second issue is that gangs are also in Garissa. The report did not capture that. Waziri, when you're in Garissa, you got that report directly from the community. I remember the youth had raised that mothers are unable to go to the market because of border gangs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karoli.
Thank you very much.
And straight to the question.
Thank you, precisely.
Council.
Very, very well, sir. Honorable Minister, could you please explain to us why or whether you have asked for investigations about the group that on the 21st of February 2026 surrounded Kisumu Airport with crude weapons at the roundabout, an international airport, and a highway that connects two countries, and stayed there for several hours. I personally was able to get through in a construction truck, and I saw them with my own eyes. Why, whether you've conducted investigations, who are these people? What was their aim? What was the purpose? And what has been the outcome of those investigations? Secondly, on 8th April 2026, Senator Honorable Geoffrey Osorsi was attacked in Kisumu by about 17 goons. 3 of them have since presented themselves to the police, not arrested, presented themselves. I believe there's a sufficient technology to identify the 17 who were captured on CCTV cameras. Why have they not been arrested up to now? And finally, on 26th April 2026, there's going to be a rally in Kisumu. Could you give us, as Linda Mwananchi, the assurance that the state will provide sufficient security and not be part of the previous disorder that we have seen in our rallies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. But on Ososi, I think we had the response. And even Karoli, you contributed so much on the same. So maybe just follow up to the same, but we got a response. But as you respond, Waziri, just want to add one thing. As we are continuing on this place right now, there is some kind of unrest in town regarding the protest on the fuel prices. Maybe you can also give the country a little bit update on the country's security situation.
Maybe that's part of the reason why you should let us also go back to work.
Trying to read.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Chair, maybe I could say something before Waziri comments.
Let me finish and then.
This one.
Because
the speaker had already made a ruling
there are some
on this.
issues which have been raised,
Later.
like